Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Monday, November 10th meeting of the Rome City Commission. We begin every meeting with an invocation and pledge to the flag. And tonight I'm going to ask Commissioner Mark Cochran to do that for us, please.
I have asked Reverend Ingram if he would not mind and do it for us. I would appreciate it so much.
Let us pray. Eternal God and Father, we thank you for this time together. We thank you for the leadership of our community. Continue to bless and keep them and to make the best decisions in the best interest of our community. We thank you for all they do, for all they've done. We learn so much when we come. Now, Lord, we ask you to bless not only our community, not only our city and county, but we pray for our country, that things will get back in line, Lord, that the government will reopen and things will fall back in order. Pray for those people who have no food to eat, going through those kinds of things, Lord. We pray for a good meeting tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Cochran, and thank you, Reverend Ingram. Mr. Clerk, if you will, call the roll.
Sir. Mayor McDaniel.
Here.
Commissioner Bojo.
Here.
Brock.
Here.
Cochran.
here.
Beeman.
Here.
Doss.
Here.
Quick.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Robinson.
Here.
Thank you. You all received the minutes of the October 27th, 2025 meeting, and we will approve those by common consent. We're going to vary from the schedule a little bit. Our city clerk has the vote totals from the most recent election. I know some of you are here for that, and we don't want to make you have to sit and wait. So, Joe Smith, if you will.
Yes, sir. Of course, election was held on November 5th, and I was told that the Floyd County Board of Elections and Registration met late on Friday to certify the numbers. Had preliminary numbers last week, but today I've received the official and certified numbers, and that's the ones I'm going to put up on the screen here just in a second, and ask you all to make a motion to accept these. So in our Ward 2 City Commission race, we had 5 candidates, and these are the results. And by the way, the asterisk represents those 3 who won, the 3 who received the most votes. Commissioner Elena Beeman, 2,364 votes. Jamie Doss, 2,120 votes. Jill Fisher, 2,426 votes. Vic Hickson, 2,227 votes. Randy Quick, 1,897 votes. Of course, that would mean the 3 winners who will begin 4-year terms in January are incumbent Commissioner Beeman, Jill Fisher, and Vic Hickson. Okay. Moving on to the Rome Board of Education, we had 9 candidates running for 7 positions, and those totals are as follows. Tony Blanchard, 2,508 votes. Brenda Boyd, 2,549 votes. Pasha Burge, 2,437 votes. Will Byington, 2,491 votes. Faith Collins, 2,619 votes. Marquita Davis, 2,352 votes. Carl Guyden, 1,788 votes. Alvin Jackson Sr., 2,487 votes. And Ron Roach, 1,920 votes. And of those 9, the 7 with the asterisks, Ms. Blanchard, Ms. Boyd, Ms. Burge, Mr. Byington, Ms. Collins, Ms. Davis, and Mr. Jackson have been elected, and they will begin serving 4-year terms, either new terms or additional terms, beginning in January. Finally, city voters and county voters voted on the floating local option sales tax referendum, the FLOST referendum, which would have granted some property tax relief via increased sales tax. Again, that was a countywide vote, and it failed by the following numbers. yes, 5,993 votes, no, 6,468 votes. So that referendum has failed, and the sales tax will not increase as a result. The other two questions were voted on by all residents, city and county, although it only affected the unincorporated county. I don't have those results up here since you all aren't asked to approve those, but they were the distilled spirit by the drink questions for the county, and I believe those passed, but again, that's not a city matter. So if there are any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer these. Otherwise, I ask that you all accept these numbers, these results, and we will have those placed in our records.
I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Sir. Commissioner Bojo?
Yes.
Brock?
Yes.
Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
I abstain because I'm on the ballot.
Doss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Okay, that motion carries. Congratulations to the folks that won. Commissioner Beeman, Mr. Hickson, Gil Fisher.
Back over there.
Mr. Mayor, is it?
I want to say this. Congratulations to the three that won, Commissioner Doss and Commissioner Quick. I want to say to you that, and Commissioner Doss, you've been here for a long time, several terms. Appreciate your service to the city. I know where your heart is. Commissioner Quick, the same thing. Appreciate the service that you provided to the citizens. I know both of y'all served this community in so many ways. Served in different capacities. Both of you in past presidents of Rome Rotary, and serve in so many ways, and thank you for your service. And the people that wanted to run, I know, Jill, you served on the school board, and people that decide to run for public office, it is an investment of your time. It's an investment of your family's time. You got to have thick skin, and but we need good people to run. And we try to be transparent. We've always tried to be transparent. We still get criticized, but I want to thank the people that have served and those new ones coming on board for putting yourself out there. So thank you so much.
Mr. Mayor, I just want to ask, is the opportunity for that splash vote at some point in the future, will it come up again?
I don't know. I don't know. There were 38 communities that voted on FLOST, and 34 of them passed it. We're one of the 4 that didn't pass it. So I think it will come back up. I think we'll have the opportunity, maybe. They're going to do some things in the General Assembly this year. I heard Chuck Huffstetler say they're going to try to tweak some things to still help communities out with property taxes. We all own property and we all have to pay taxes, and nobody enjoys paying more taxes, so everybody's focused on that.
Mayor, I'd like to also offer my congratulations to the winners of the election. It's been a serious honor for me to serve the city of Rome. I still love the city with all my heart, and I want to wish the new candidates the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Sir.
We have no proclamations. We do have one registered guest, Reverend Terrell Shields. If you will, go to the podium and give us your name and address. I just gave your name. You can give us your address.
Okay, what if I'm a twin brother? No, you don't want my twin brother here. Anyway, my name is Terrell Shields. I'm the pastor of Greater Mount Calvary Baptist Church, where I've had the blessed privilege to serve for 41 years. I am also the co-chairperson of the Thanksgiving Love Feast, and that's what I came to talk to you about tonight. 38 years ago, excuse me, the late Buddy Mitchell, the late Napoleon Fielder, along with Mr. John Bennett, who was a city manager, gave us the opportunity to start a dinner for those that are less fortunate. After the first year, we served 900 people. The late Mr. Buddy Mitchell made it possible that we might continue to use the city Civic Center. Thank you for carrying on his wishes. I come before you now, about 30 of those 38 years, Mr. Bill Collins have made it his personal business to be there to help serve. Ms. Collins have also always made it possible for us to have a check to help buy the goods. This year it's a little different because times are harder, people are more desperate, people are in a dire need, not only around the world, but right here in Rome and Floyd County. We have many, many, many people who will not have dinner on Thanksgiving Day. There are those who have to decide whether they would have dinner on Thanksgiving Day or meals the rest of the week or lights and gas. So I come before you to ask, is there any funds in the city budget that would help to take on this task? And if not, then I ask each of you to dig deep in your pockets and give me $500.
Give how much now?
Everybody else laughing. Wayne know I'm right.
You got a hold in my pocket.
Wayne know I'm, no, seriously. Sir? You had a question, sir?
As far as us using city funds, I don't know. I mean, that's
We can talk about it.
we can talk about it.
Y'all can talk about it?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can talk about it.
All right. Sammy, don't
And we'll
lose
get
it.
back with you.
Sammy, don't lose, okay. Excuse me, sir. Okay.
1-800. Thank you, sir.
Oh, and by the way, you can come and help serve. It'll be good to see the people you represent.
Thank you, sir. We have no resolutions. We have several items on first reading. Is Bryce here? Yeah. We don't have to go through the items. You may just mention the items, Commissioner Quick, but you don't have to read them. Just mention the items that are on first reading.
On first reading, we have an ordinance to close a portion of North Broad Street Extension that is for a street closing. Then B, A25-11-04, a request to annex the property at Wilkerson Road, zoned for suburban residential. And then we also have the SUP 25-11-12. It is a request for a special use permit for a multifamily residential at 1509 North Broad Street and North Broad Street in Rome, tax parcel J13, J158, and J13, J157. Item D, a request to rezone from community commercial to multifamily residential for the properties at 111 and 113 East Main Street, Floyd County tax parcel J14, L164, J14, L165. We also have a request to rezone from light industrial to suburban residential for the property at 141 Rogers Drive, Floyd County tax parcel H1Z or H12Z6655. A request to rezone from community commercial to suburban residential for the property at 11 Westland Drive, Rome, Georgia, Floyd County tax parcel H13H321. And also another one from Westland Drive. This is part of a cleanup that we did several weeks back to rezone from community commercial to suburban residential for the property at 5 Westland Drive, Floyd County tax parcel H13X318. Those are the items on the first reading. And then second reading tonight is the request to rezone from high-density traditional residential to suburban residential and to obtain a special use permit for the installation of a manufactured home for the property at 3 Forsyth Street, Rome, Georgia 30161, Floyd County Tax Parcel J13J164. This was tabled from the October 27th Rome City Commission meeting, and there are many special circumstances that surround this. Do we want to do an...
Go ahead and make your motion.
I will make a motion for this second reading that we remove it from the table.
Okay.
Okay, have a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Commissioner Bojo?
Yes.
Brock? Yes. Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Dawes?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
And what I would like to do also is make a motion that with the removing from the table, that we recommend denial without prejudice.
Second again.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
This is, the reason we're doing this is allow for the opportunity, what has transpired through the actions of Commissioner Beeman,
Yes.
for these people to be put in a home until such time as all the other matters be cleared up. That correct?
Yes, and I have a question. Okay. So, but it's to the family. Do you mind standing go to the podium? Okay. Would you share with us the success of where you are right now?
So, with help from the city, we actually got to apply for HUD housing, which I really appreciate everybody for doing. We found out a little bit more about the property too from Brock, so we're looking into that. I just want to extend a very grateful thank you because nobody else wanted to help us.
And I also wanted to share that you found out that the property that you purchased didn't have a clear title.
Right.
May or may not,
May or may not have a clear title.
not a title
Yes.
search as far as I know.
And that you have to wait a whole year
Yes.
before that the person claims it back. And at the end of the year, it becomes yours again, right?
Right.
If there's no one else who claims it.
Yeah, as long as nobody else
Okay,
claims it.
and would you share what's going on with your trailer that y'all purchased, or the manufactured home that you purchased?
It's still sitting in Milledgeville.
And the transition with you and your son, with y'all's son, what's going on?
Well, on a positive note, we went from 2-hour visits to 3-hour visits.
And tomorrow, what will you find out?
Hopefully tomorrow we find out about the HUD housing and everything.
What's your situation right now? Where are y'all staying?
Actually staying with one of my customers that I would work with. He opened up his house and gave us a room to rent.
So it took a village. So the primary goal is to actually get your land back and be able to put a home on there that you don't have to pay rent on.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? All right, that's all I have. Okay.
Thank
But
you.
in this temporary housing, though, you can apply to get your child back? Good,
In the HUD housing, yes.
In the HUD housing, yes.
Like where we're staying right now, no.
right, but when you get in the HUD
Yes,
housing,
the HUD
you can,
housing, yes.
you can apply to get it back. Good.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I just,
Before we call for the vote, I just want to thank Commissioner Beeman and Commissioner Brock. I think Molly was involved, Molly Majestic, one of our staff people. This went from a bad situation to a good situation because people care. And I really appreciate Commissioner Beeman, everything that you did
pleasure.
so much. Clerk, if you will, call the roll.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Bojo?
Yes.
Brock?
Yes.
Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Dawes?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
That motion carries. And that's good news. That makes me feel good.
Very good.
Okay, we have nothing continued on first reading. We have no public hearings. Mr. Clerk, you did the election results. I think you've got one other item.
Yes, sir. I'd like to invite anyone interested, 1 week from today, on Monday, November 17th at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, we will have a ribbon cutting for the clock tower. You all probably noticed work has been going on there for quite a while, and that is complete, and we'd like to celebrate that completion and invite everyone there who's got any interest in seeing the ribbon cutting and ask questions, and also have a chance to go up top if you'd like.
Thank you.
Could I just add,
Thank you, Joe.
Is that in the new elevator?
I just wanted to add, I think credit needs to go to Joe because he was a shepherd over this project. It's turned out extremely well, and you've done a great job. Thank you.
Well, thank you. The credit goes to the citizens. It was on the SPLOST agenda, and that referendum was passed, and that's where the money came from. And things are a lot easier if you got the money to do them with. But yes, the credit goes to the SPLOST committee and the citizens who approved the referendum.
You orchestrated it, so
Commissioner
thank
Quick?
you.
I think that one of the key aspects of the restoration is it moves forward with a lot of great beauty right now, but it also held a great deal of historic preservation in the process. And I think that sums up Rome, Georgia. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I'm going to endeavor to recap our update from caucus, talking about our transit bus situation, and specifically we're talking about our tripper buses. And so you all recall for a number of years, for, I don't know, 30, 40 years, Rome City Transit transported Rome City school children on what we called tripper buses. And that was up until around 2019 when we were made aware that we were no longer in compliance with FTA rules. And so we kind of recounted this process. It was pretty much a gut punch to have done something for 30, 40 years, then to learn, well, you can't exactly do it the way you're doing it. No, by the way, you're going to have to get out of that business, and we need you to do it by the end of the year. So not an easy transition. Mayor Collins came into office in January of that year, and as we discussed, we had just a flurry of activity with meetings in Atlanta and in Washington, D.C., and with our congressional delegation. And so we looked far and wide for all the help we could get to try to find some relief. Unfortunately, that relief did not come to the extent of what we originally wanted, and so we accepted the fact that we were getting out of the tripper service, and fortunately our partners at Rome City Schools was able to very quickly go out and buy a fleet of buses, hire staff, and stand up a transportation department. So that part of the story has gone very well. Unfortunately, the item of what to do with the buses was always a question for us. And so, fast forward, we have now received an official notification. And Joe, I think if you will click on possibly the second link. Yes. So now we've had a determination. So there were 28 buses in the fleet at the time of the determination was made. And so FTA has determined the amount of those vehicles based on the useful life, age, mileage, et cetera, at the time of is equal to $1,489,555,082. So our friends at FTA have actually already been paid by Georgia Department of Transportation. So Georgia DOT has already submitted this amount of money to FTA. And so now Georgia DOT would like to be made whole, and that's what we have before us here tonight. So, Joe, if you wouldn't mind scrolling down to the bottom, there should be a table. So what has been suggested and proposed is, so if you back up, we auctioned off the fleet of vehicles that we had. the $431,720. So that's money that has been accounted for and set aside that came from the sale when we disposed of the buses as we were instructed to do. There is $64,927.88 in the Transit Trust Fund. And then that leaves a remaining balance of $992,907.94. And so the good news out of this story is we are not being asked to go to the Rome City taxpayers and go to general fund and come up with a payback. Instead of that, the transit trust funds would be used on an annual basis to repay the money in question here. So in this case, we expect that bucket of funds will grow. It's provided to states, and it's in part determined by folks who are using Uber and Lyft, and I feel good about that segment of the market growing. And so hopefully that balance will continue to grow each year in terms of what is available in that grant money. And if that's the case, maybe this will get retired sooner than later, but perhaps 6-7 years worth is sort of our guess at this point. This is not an ideal scenario. The ideal scenario would have been we sold the buses and the money got plowed back into transit and we moved on with our lives. But nonetheless, this is our situation that we do need to make these funds whole, and in this case, it'll go to Georgia DOT. And to that end, we have been asked, as you will see that last statement there at the bottom of the page, they are asking us to respond by Monday the 17th if we agree with this proposed solution. And so we've reviewed this in terms of staff. We find this to be the best case scenario for us in this matter. Again, I don't like it. I wish things were different. But nonetheless, I am glad that we don't have to go dip into general fund revenue to pay this $1.4 million. And so that is my recommendation, that we follow this as outlined on the screen in front of you, and we pay back the funds back into the kitty, and we call it a day.
So moved, Mr. Manager.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Sir. Commissioner Bojo?
Yes.
Brock?
Yes.
Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Doss?
I don't like it, but I vote yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Great, thank you very much. Mr. Mayor, I've got one more item, and that's simply an announcement that our City of Rome offices will be closed tomorrow, Tuesday, November 11th, in observance of Veterans Day. Our folks who are interested in solid waste and recycling, that is important. So garbage yard waste recycling normally collected on Tuesday is now going to be picked up on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday collection will be business as usual, and our Walker Mountain landfill will indeed be closed tomorrow in observance of Veterans Day. And that concludes my report.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Attorney. Thank you. Under my time, we went into private session tonight during caucus to discuss personnel matter. Commissioner Robinson made the motion to go into private session. Commissioner Dahl seconded that motion. When we came out, Commissioner Bojo made the motion, and Commissioner Robinson seconded that motion. The Veterans Day Parade will be held on Tuesday, November the 11th at 10 a.m. Following the parade, there will be a wreath-laying ceremony at Myrtle Hill Cemetery at 11 a.m. Rome Florida Development Authority will meet on Tuesday, November the 18th at 9 a.m. at 800 Broad Street. Back to the Veterans Day Parade. If you've never participated in that parade or gone to Myrtle Hill for that ceremony, it's worthwhile, and I would encourage people to go. One other thing that we did, we had a ribbon cutting for Bridgepoint Plaza last week, and that was also a SPLOST project. I think it was $1.8 million, paid for by SPLOST dollars, so it's paid for. But it took a long time to get that project done because it's on the river, and the riverbank kept washing away, and it was a cumbersome job, but it really looks nice down there. It ties into our trail system, and it'll be a great place to have events or photo opportunities, whatever. And some of us went. I know Commissioner Quick was there. and I went down, but if you get a chance, go down and look at that. It's a good thing. Commissioner Bojo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of things. First of all, our Finance Committee will meet Wednesday, November 12th, 8:30 in the Sam King Room, and we will once again be going over the budget, the draft for the budget, and I encourage everyone to come to that meeting, and so your questions can be answered, and draft of that will be available, correct, Tony? And so I encourage everybody to come. Also, we had a development oversight meeting last week, and during that meeting, 4 of the parts of that budget were approved by development oversight, which included the building inspection department, the eco center, and trails, transportation, and there was a 4th one.
Planning.
Planning. Thank you. We accepted their their budget as they were proposed. And it was really interesting to me that the heads of all of these departments were in there trying to outdo the other one and stay as close as they could to where they were, and without going over the budget. And actually, one of them said that somebody beat him by 0.5% or something like that, and he said he had to go back and trim something so he wouldn't be the worst. But also, the meeting will be, as I said, Wednesday, November 12th, 8:30. And also, Fire Overview will meet Tuesday, November 18th, 10:30 in the Sam King Room, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Brock.
Public Safety Committee will meet Tuesday, November 18th, 2 o'clock in the Sam King Room. And Transportation Policy Committee will meet Wednesday, November 19th at 10 o'clock in the Carnegie Training Room. That's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Cochran.
The Historic Preservation Committee will meet on Wednesday, November the 19th at 2:30 p.m. in the Commission chambers. Thank you.
Commissioner Beeman.
I don't have a report, but I do have a comment. I wanted to say that you see what happens when village people work together, and the outcome means that the citizens benefit from it. So on that note, I know that Reverend Shields stood up and talked about how he needed support for the family prayer breakfast, or the Thanksgiving Love Feast. Also, I'm just throwing a shout out for that earlier. But also, I wanted you to think about how many families have really suffered from the government shutdown and not being able to have food. So Rome City Schools is about to have a holiday where we're going to have children out of school where they won't have breakfast and lunch. And I know they have the backpack buddies where they fill the food up. But my concern is, what about the weeks that they're not at home or not in school and they are at home? Then after that, we're going to go into a 2-week, when they come back, they'll be in school for a session and then they'll be out for Christmas. So do we have any funding for an emergency, well, let's say emergency food pantry or emergency food shelter? I know that our food pantries are giving out food, but also we put a dent in them. So my concern is, while we're looking for funding to help with the Love Feast, can we find funding to help stock or replenish our schools' food pantry or our community food banks? And that's what that concludes my report or my comments. But I just want to make sure that village people in Rome, we take care of each other like no other.
Thank you. Commissioner Doss.
So this is just a personal message in regards to food. First Presbyterian Church has a Christmas box program. We've had it for 40 years. And if you need a box of food, and this is food that'll feed a family of 4 for a week, you need to apply at Good Neighbor Ministries. Don't apply tomorrow. We don't have our sign up quite yet, but you don't have to qualify. If you need this food, you can get it. And that'll happen. The boxes will go out on Monday morning before that week of Christmas. Thank you, that's my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Dawson. Commissioner Quick?
Just a couple of committee announcements that I want to bring forward and remind everyone that the committees are open to everyone. Public Works, Traffic, Transit, Trails Committee will meet on Wednesday, November 12th, 10 a.m. in the Sam King Room. And the Solid Waste was rescheduled to Wednesday, November 19th, 8:30 a.m. in the Sam King Room as well. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Quick. Commissioner Collins?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The ribbon cutting for Bandy Jones Park will be held November 21st at 10:30 a.m. at 212 East 13th Street. This is one that you can't miss. It's going to be beautiful, and hopefully the weather will cooperate and everybody get to see the fine job that's been done down there. One other comment, I would like to ask Mr. Mayor, in the spirit of what Commissioner Beaman is talking about, to see if we could do something outside the box and maybe create an opportunity where we could put together a box or open something up that not only our facility, but I guess our war chest, so that we can help feed some of these kids while they're out of school that will be missing that meal, as well as some of the communities that people could make their way to one or maybe two of our establishments, like the Civic Center or the Fielder Center. But I just asked Mr. Mayor if you would please take a look at that, see what we might come up with. Thank you so much.
Commissioner Robinson?
Mr. Mayor, I have two announcements. The Alcohol Control Commission will meet on Monday, November the 17th at 5 o'clock in the commission chambers here. And then the Downtown Development Authority will meet on Thursday, November the 13th at 8:30 in the Milner Building.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Thank you. No other business coming before the commission. We're adjourned. Oh, wait a minute.
Mr. Mayor, I just want to announce the Christmas parade. There will be a meeting on November 15th, or no, November 17th, next Monday, and Wednesday. Captains for all of the floats must be at one meeting or the other. Those will be at the Civic Center next Monday and Wednesday night at 6 o'clock.
Thank you.
Your word of the night, Wednesday.
We're adjourned. Thank you.
Good job, Mayor.